Hello friends, in today's lecture we will solve example on pole zero plotting. In last lecture we have studied what is pole zero plotting, then what are the restrictions for pole zero plotting, and we have seen some example. So let's continue with one more example. So first I will solve one simple example and then we will solve an example which generally asked in university examination. So there is a network having one capacitor in parallel with a series combination of resistance and inductor. This is current is I1, value is not given. This is 250 microfarad. Inductor is of a 10 Henry and resistance is of a 200 ohm. Current here is I2. Okay. So very first step is to convert it into frequency domain. So how it will be converted? You can see here. This is a new network. Capacitor which is of a 250 microfarad, it will become 1 by 250 microfarad into S. So 1 by 250 microfarad means 10 raised to minus 6, right? S. And here inductor and resistance. Inductor is of a 10 Henry, so it will become 10S, and resistance is of a 200, which will remain as it is. Okay. So this is a frequency domain circuit. Now what we have to find is, question given is draw pole zero diagram of I2 by I1 for network shown. So we have to find out I2 by I1, right? So I2 by I1 means either I can find out I2 in terms of I1 or I1 in terms of I2, and then I can rearrange. Now what is I2? We can see that in this network I2 can be found out by current division rule, right? Okay, current in any branch is given as a opposite branch impedance divided by addition of both branch impedance multiplied by main current. So I will directly use current division rule here. So by current division rule, okay, I can write I2 as current in this branch. I2 is impedance in opposite branch, that is here refer this circuit, sorry. So impedance here is opposite branch impedance is 1 upon 250 into 10 raised to minus 6 of S divided by addition of impedance in both branches, that is 1 upon 250 into 10 raised to minus 6 S plus this impedance, that is 10S plus 250, and I should write I2 over here, multiply by main current, that is I1. Okay. So this is how I have written the equation. Now let's rearrange it for I2 by I1. I will take this I1 over here on this side. So it will become I2 by I1 equal to, you can solve it, 10 raised to 6 will be in numerator. So 10 raised to 6 by 250 S, and if you solve it, you will have to rearrange it in the form of, means denominator should be in the form of a differential equation, that is S square plus something S plus constant, right? So if you rearrange it, you will get answer as 400 divided by S square plus 20S plus 400. Okay. So you have to rearrange in this form. It is a compulsory thing. You have to rearrange. So here what you can do, you can equal the, otherwise what you can do, you can simply equal the denominators. So you will have to multiply 10s by this term, 250 by this term, then this term and this term will get cancelled out. Okay, and you will directly get the answer, and it will be what I have written down. Okay. Now from this denominator equation, we can see that whether function have any zero we know that roots of numerators are called as a 0 and roots of denominator are called as a poles. So whether numerator has any root? No. So I can say no 0. 0 is not present. What about poles? Yes, it is there. So if you find out roots of this equation, you will get it as a s equal to minus 10 plus minus j 17.32. You can directly get it in a calculator, or else you can simply find out by the formula plus minus b, and you know that formula. So you will get roots like this. Now we have to plot it on sigma and j omega axis. Okay, no 0 is present. No 0 is present. What about poles? Poles are at minus 10. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If this is a minus 10 and 17.32, 1, 2, 3, I will do like this. And I will say that this is 17.32, and at downside this is 17.32. Okay, so minus 10 plus 70.32 means here this is a one pole, and minus 10, this is minus 10, minus 10 minus 17.32, this is here. Okay, this will be the two poles. Okay, this is how we have to solve a simple equation. Now let's solve one more equation which generally there in a university examination. We will see how to solve it. Okay, now a network is given. Network is like this thing, a generalized network having capacitor and combination of resistance and inductor. This is 1 upon Cs, this is R, Ls, this is Zs. Okay. Now the twist is, for this network, pole and zeros are given. Poles and zeros are, so poles are at minus 1 by 2 plus minus j root 3 by 2. Okay, these are poles, means denominator roots. And what are zeros? Zeros at minus 1. Zeros at minus 1. Now see, they have given poles and zero. The circuit shown is a generalized circuit. And one more thing, they said that if impedance at J0 is 1, okay, determine R, L and C. Now this is completely reverse or vice versa equation example, where they have given the poles and zero and they have asked us to find out the R, L and C. Okay. Now I can write down impedance, equation of impedance Z of S as, see, what is complete impedance? This combination in parallel with this, right? So I can write down as Ls plus R into 1 by Cs multiplication, in denominator addition of these two, that is Ls plus R plus 1 by Cs. Okay, so if you multiply, you will get it as a Ls plus R upon LCS square. We have to rearrange in the form of differential equation. So LCS square plus RCS plus 1. Okay. Now again this is not in a differential form. For differential form, what we have to do? We have to make coefficient